Hello and welcome, my friends. This is Jennifer from Mystic Star. I want to thank you so much for spending some time with me today and watching this video. This is going to be my group reading in celebration of Father's Day. Happy Father's Day, my friends. Now, no matter what your current relationship is with your birth father, the man who raised you, Father's Day still brings in and celebrates that masculine energy. This reading isn't going to be about that physical father figure we have in the physical realm. We're going to be looking at and seeking guidance from the Divine Father energy. This guidance can help us no matter what gender we are and where we are in their stage of life. So this is the spread that I created in celebration of the Divine Father. That very stable 4-card spread. Now, like always, I have a link below to this spread so that you can access it in the future and as you need. Before I get going too far into this, as I was prepping for this reading, Archangel Sandalphon came to me and asked if he could support me in this reading. Archangel Sandalphon is a fantastic angel of harmony and strength. He's a fantastic support for that earth star or root chakra. He has a very grounding and harmonious energy about him. I couldn't think of a better archangel to take over this reading and support me with it. So today we are going to be gaining guidance not only from the Divine Father, but added support from Archangel Sandalphon. The decks I've chosen for this reading, I had to go old school and go Rider-Waite with it. And then I also added in the Enchanted Map Oracle. Like always, there are links below to both these fantastic decks, so should they speak to you, you can go check them out for yourselves. So for this reading, my friends, I have Tiger Iron, I have Picture Stone, and Lapis Lazuli. I want you to quickly look at these crystals and choose whichever crystal resonates with you the most right now. And then in the description box below, I have timestamps. You can click on the correlating timestamp to the crystal that resonates with you the most, and then I will see you there, my friends. Hello and welcome, my Tiger Iron friends. This reading is especially for you. Now, like always, I have the full tarot and oracle decks here, so you get the most comprehensive and fullest reading for you. So, we're going to start off obviously on question 1. What knowledge does the Divine Father need to share with my Tiger Iron friends? Oh yeah, the Ace of Swords. Those aha, eureka moments. With everything that continues to go on globally, the Divine Father is encouraging us to use our critical thinking skills, to use that sword of truth and knowledge to overcome any of the challenges that we continue to face. We can't react emotionally or from that emotional state because we have a tendency to overreact and cause more challenges and obstacles for ourselves. Additionally, we have to take those aha moments and grab hold of them. He's encouraging us to write down and have that clear record of this gift of knowledge or gifts of knowledge that we receive, those aha moments. When we start to write them down, we can start to see clear patterns. We can also refer to these moments of inspiration later on in our life and on our journey if we have them written down in a clear way that we receive them. Because when we receive them, we don't always understand them. They don't always make sense, and they make us a bit anxious. We don't want to step into that because we're not sure what that means. However, later in our journey, they're going to make sense. Not only are they going to make sense, they are going to give us added support and guidance that's going to help us. It's going to encourage us forward and also help us find that fulfillment and guide us to that abundance that we're looking for. All right, let's go on to the second question. What message of strength should my tiger iron friends embrace from the Divine Father? Fascinating. The Five of Pentacles. We need to gain strength from those moments that we perceived where we struggled the most. Because when we struggle the most and we have those biggest obstacles and challenges to overcome, we learn the most. We rely on ourselves, those skills and abilities that we naturally have. Well, they come shining through. The Divine Father is really encouraging you to reflect back onto when you felt isolated and alone. How did you get out of it? What did you do? When you felt that disconnect and you weren't sure where to go next, how did you overcome it? How did you manage to reconnect yourself, reground yourself, and move yourself forward? We have overcome so much. The Divine Father is encouraging us to tap into that history, tap into that wealth of knowledge, to encourage us to use our skills, use our abilities, and move ourselves forward. To get out of that stagnant, stuck space and embrace those skills and abilities that helped you out of this. We don't want to stay here. We want to move forward. We want those aha moments to inspire us. How have we managed to overcome things like this in the past? Using those skills and those abilities as your strength to help yourself up and out of this stuckness. And then question 3. What message is my tiger eye friends not hearing clearly from the Divine Father? The Four of Pentacles. We are missing the big point and message on how to clearly and fully ground ourselves and create stability in our lives. Inherently, humans like to go in and out of stability. Sometimes we really feel that grounded, stable nature, and other times we are overwhelmed and bombarded by external influences, the energies around us that cause instability and uncertainty. It's imperative that we don't get caught up in what others believe is stable, that we are able to create and maintain that stability within our lives, no matter what is happening. Ensuring that you don't have any obstacles, no matter what they be, between your foot and that ground. Now, as you can see in the Pentacles here, the Four of Pentacles, he has discs under his feet. He actually has a false sense of security. It's really important that we remove that financial stability as the main anchor to our stability as a person. Yes, it is essential. However, if we focus too much on it, we gain a false sense of stability. So when we're starting to have money struggles, or we feel that we're at a debt to something and we are struggling, we become unstable. If we have our feet firmly planted on the ground with that money, wealth around us to support us, we will be able to use those skills and abilities that we have used in the past to overcome challenges, to come out of that disconnect, out of that financial instability with greater ease, because we do have that grounded and very stable foundation. The messages we're not hearing is that we need to have that stability grounded in our own self, in our own abilities, rather than that abundance that we've created. Yes, that abundance is important. Yes, it can be inspiration to us. However, we can't have it as our root foundation for our stability. And then the last question for our Divine Father: how can my Tiger Iron friends maintain more stability in their lives? I love it. The King of Cups. Kings are that fully developed personality. They have the most control, the most power. Often they can be depicted as the Divine Father in his many stages. Now, the King of Cups has the most control over his emotions. I said at the very beginning of this reading, we need to use our head to help guide us, to cut through that emotional fog and that lower vibrational energies that can come up. The King of Cups reaffirms that no matter what the seas and the global environment is doing, we have that very strong and reinforced, stable environment that we have our feet, again, firmly planted on. The King of Cups encourages us to use our skills and abilities to take control rather than reacting in emotion. You take that pause and critically think about your reaction so that you're not causing more heartache and challenge for yourself in the long run. When we use our emotions to our advantage, for that creativity, for sharing love of high vibration with others, it's amazing support. On the flip side, when we use our emotion out of fear and anger and heartache, that's when we cause ourselves more trouble. Having that control will be essential in maintaining that stability. Because when we feel stable on the inside and we feel connected to that grounded Mother Earth energy of Gaia, there's not much that we can't overcome, especially when we tap into our skills and our abilities and then gain the guidance of the universe and the high vibrational beings. Alright, so now we're going to tap into Archangel Sandalphon. Archangel Sandalphon, what guidance and support can you add for this Father's Day reading for my Tiger Iron friends? Alright, so this is the natural spread of the Father's Day spread that I created. I'm going to kind of scooch these cards up a little bit so I can get in some added guidance that Sandalphon wanted to add. It's good guidance too. Woo! Make a choice. We have the gift of free will. It'd be so much easier if we just followed the instructions that were given to us that we created before we were incarnated. The fact that we have forgotten them and that we have this astral amnesia doesn't help. And let's be honest, most of us are defiant anyway, and we want to make our own decisions. So we're left to, we need to make our choice. It is up to us to make the choice that resonates the most with us. Archangel Sandalphon is really encouraging you to access that wisdom using our critical thinking skills. When we think about what's happening, we reflect, we use our skills and abilities, we're able to bring more harmony and fulfillment into our lives. Knowing that we made the best decision that we could at that time, and we can continue to make other decisions that are for our greater good. Even if we choose the path that may not be as bright or as light, we can always continue on our journey, and we will come to more choices. We will come to more opportunities to continue to realign ourselves to what our soul wanted to do in this lifetime, our soul's bigger, grander picture. Golden Palace. This card is fantastic, especially when it's next to making these choices. The Golden Palace talks about how everyone has a very different view and ideation of what we think is perfect, of what would make us happiest. That golden, amazing kingdom of Eden. They all look different. And that's what makes them fantastic and beautiful. Additionally, this card talks about how the resources, the ideas, the opportunities, they're infinite because they are connected to that universal energy, to the universe. The universe wants to see us succeed, will encourage us forward with greater and more fantastic abundance, with grander fulfillment, so that we continue on this journey to make decisions and we are able to get to that end result that is most meaningful for us, that soul's deeper journey. And then finally, cleaning house. How I'd wish I could get some Archangel support on cleaning my house. Alas, that's not in their job description. They've told me that. So cleaning house just means releasing some of the stuff that isn't working. We have to get rid of the cobwebs and the gunk that's slowing us down. We've done it before. It is now up to us to really embrace our skills and abilities and get out that Hoover and clear out those cobwebs. Release what's not working so that we can fill it with that light and love and harmony that the universe is offering us. It's just right at our doorstep. We just need to make space for it. I want to thank Archangel Sandalphon so very much for all his wisdom and insight and sharing it with us today. And I also want to thank you guys for spending time with me today and watching this video. I hope that you found this video fun and helpful and you're able to gain some direction and insight into the amazing masculine energy and wisdom of the Divine Father. If you like this video, please remember to give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. There is so much more amazing coming your way. The best way to stay connected so you don't miss out on any of this fantastic insight and healing is to subscribe to my channel and hit that little red bell so you don't miss a video. Also, if you enjoyed this channel and want to support me in making more, I have a Patreon page with many tiers and lots of perks. In some of the tiers, the perks are private readings and healings with myself. I provided a helpful link below, so why not go check it out? Until tomorrow, my Tiger Iron friends. Hello and welcome, my Picture Stone friends. This reading is especially for you. Now, like always, I have the full decks of both the tarot and the oracle cards, so you get the most comprehensive and meaningful reading for you. So, let's start off on question 1. What knowledge does the Divine Father need to share with my Picture Stone friends? Oh, the beautiful Empress. The third card in the Major Arcana, that abundance and growth. The knowledge that we need from the Divine Father is that knowledge of balance. Here we have the Divine Feminine energy. Now, to create and produce amazing pieces of creativity, of self, we need both that male and female energy, that yin and yang. The Divine Father is encouraging us to tap into both aspects. We can't be hyper-focused on one, because without the other, you will create nothing. There won't be the abundance that you are looking for. You'll be working harder than you need. We need the fertility and femininity of the Empress, and that stability and the masculinity of the Emperor, or the Divine Masculine. Together, they will help you create amazing pieces and aspects within yourself and your life. Let's go on to the second question. What message of strength should my picture stone friends embrace from the Divine Father? The Eight of Cups. Sometimes the answers we seek, we hold within us. The Divine Father wants you to know that when you do some inner reflection, this is not a sign of weakness or cowardliness. This is a sign of strength. You're understanding yourself on a deeper and more meaningful level, so that you're able to push yourself further, and you're able to push yourself further and more committedly into what it is you're doing, because you can understand your gifts and abilities, those talents and skills, on a deeper level. You know what you can do, and you know how to push yourself forward. So those inner reflections are needed so that you can understand who it is you are and how that information and knowledge will help you become a stronger and more confident individual. So let's go on to the third question. What message are my picture stone friends not hearing clearly from the Divine Father? The Hanged Man, the 12th card in the Major Arcana. He's the Let It Go card, where we're letting go of those preconceived notions and allowing the universe to broaden our horizons, to show us new opportunities, new possibilities that we'd never even conceived of. They weren't in our realm or scope of reality. Whether we're not hearing or understanding the importance of letting go of these societal notions that are not doing us any good, they're holding us back. We all have very different journeys ahead of us. Yes, society plays a role of stability, and the Emperor and Divine Father energy nurture that to the best of their abilities. Unfortunately, the leaders of our major nations aren't hearing and not in tune to it. So society does play an important role in our stability. We need to let go of some of those pieces that we know aren't for our greater good. Through that inner reflection, we will find that direction. Find those pieces and aspects that bring us the greatest fulfillment, the greatest joy. And usually when we tap into it, that's when we see that abundance start to creep in, because we're starting to connect in both sides of ourselves. That creative side of intuition and our creative side of passion. That yin and yang of creativity. And we're letting go of what we think we want. So the universe is able to slide in pieces and situations and aspects that help us move ourselves further. When we let go we're able to allow the universe to present us with those opportunities. Slide in help and support so that things are more seamless and a little bit easier for us. Reassuring us and inspiring us forward. And then the last question, how can my picture stone friends maintain more stability in their lives? The Ten of Pentacles. It's one of the family cards. That grounding, loving energy of our family is essential. Those positive, supportive family members who encourage us to use our natural skills and abilities, encourage us forward no matter what, sees the positive and creative self that we are, no matter what history has happened, no matter what choices we've made. They support us and encourage us forward. We need to connect in with them, support them and encourage them forward, and they will support us and encourage us forward. These relationships with these family members, and some of them are very close friends, are a very balanced and positive relationship. So we give and take from them, and they give and receive to us. Maintaining a very healthy relationship with them, so that that relationship can be a very positive and nurturing support and foundation for any obstacle that we need to overcome, for anything that stands in our way. Knowing that that foundation is there and we can access it at any time. So this is the information that the Divine Father wanted to share with us. I'm going to scooch these cards up just a little bit, and we're going to access the support of Archangel Sandalphon. Archangel Sandalphon, what further information and guidance can you share with my picture stone friends? Strength. This card talks about those inner strengths, those inner abilities, those inner skills that we have and we continue to use to create our world, our experience, and all that we see and do. Those skills and abilities are inherent. We need to allow them to be nurtured, allow them the energy to grow and the space to grow. Accessing them as we need, no matter what life throws at us, no matter what happens, knowing we have those natural skills and abilities at our fingertips, and we can access them whenever we need. Home. Very much connected into that Ten of Pentacles. Archangel Sandalphon is encouraging us to access that stable energy, that loving energy of where we call home. No matter what that structure looks like, it's the energy that we can access whenever we need. No matter if we are far from our physical home base, we have that ability to tap in and bring that stable and loving energy to us. We can call it in and draw upon it as we need. That stability of family and home is essential as we continue to go through some trying periods of time. Sacred pool. This is a fantastic card. Talks about the energies that we put out. Anytime you see water in tarot or oracle, you're looking at that intuitive energy. The sacred pool talks about that energy that we put out, no matter if it's positive and high vibrational or that lower vibrational energy. Whatever we put out, in whatever degree, is going to be reflected back in on us. This card is connected to that karmic law of what you put out is what you're going to get back in. Archangel Sandalphon encourages you to be mindful of that energy, to stay in that high vibrational energy, that energy of love and light. So no matter how much karmic debt we have, when we focus in on that light and love, we can start to repay it back. We can start to shift the energies around us. Because when you're focused in and functioning from that high vibrational space, those around you, including your family, will start to shift and raise their vibration to meet yours. Especially if you're unwavering and no matter what situation, what event occurs, you're remaining in that high vibrational state, those around you will raise their vibration, which makes it easier for you to continue raising your vibration. You can use this as a stepping stool for you and your family and those close friends to kind of overcome this lower vibrational stuckness that we're feeling globally. I want to thank Archangel Sandalphon for coming in and sharing his amazing insight and his wisdom. I also want to thank you guys so very much for spending some time with me today and watching my video. I hope that you found this video fun and helpful, and you're able to gain some direction and insight into what the Divine Father wants to share with you for Father's Day. If you enjoyed this video, please remember to give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel for the latest content. My friends, there is so much more amazing coming your way. The best way to stay connected so you don't miss out on any of this fantastic insight and healing is to subscribe to my channel and hit that little red bell so you don't miss a video. Also, if you enjoyed this video and want to support me in making more, I have a Patreon page with many tiers and lots of perks. In some of the tiers, the perks are private readings and healings with myself. I provided a helpful link below, so why not go check it out? Until tomorrow, my picture stone friends. Hello and welcome, my Lapis Lazuli friends. This reading is especially for you. Like always, I have the full decks of both the tarot and the oracle cards. That way you get the fullest and most comprehensive reading for you. Alright, let's start off on question 1. What knowledge does the Divine Father wish to share with my Lapis Lazuli friends? The Hierophant. The Hierophant is the 5th card in the Major Arcana, and it talks about that connection to that universal wisdom, to the God, Goddess, the Source, whatever you want to call that big divine entity that helps guide and support us. The Divine Father is encouraging us to take the time and connect in. Now, we don't need to go to church and pray and ask for forgiveness. That's not what he's suggesting. What the Divine Father is encouraging us to do is to connect in and express our fears, our hopes, our needs. When we pray to the Divine, that big universal source, to the God, to the Goddess, to whatever name you need to put there, whatever you've labeled that universal source as, when we pray to that source, we're able to set out some intentions, ask for the help that we need. That larger source will then ask the high vibrational beings to come in and support us, no matter what that looks like. They will come in, they will be given orders from above and how they can best support us, and in what assortment of high vibrational beings help us for our greater good, no matter what that looks like. The Divine Father really is encouraging us to ask for what we need, putting our words out there, our requests, our desires, and our hopes, how we can work together to move ourselves to a higher vibrational state and to bring us more in alignment with our soul's deeper purpose. On to question 2. What message of strength should my Lapis Lazuli friends embrace from the Divine Father? The Queen of Swords. This queen has learned all that she has, let's be honest, it's a lot, through first-hand experience. She has a strength of knowledge that she has stemmed from some pretty hard situations that she's had to overcome. Many people don't realize, and it's hard to see unless you read up on this card, she has these weird talismans here. It talks about those bindings and chains that she's had to overcome, those challenges, those obstacles. She's done it firsthand. The Divine Father is encouraging us to reflect on those pieces that we've had to overcome. And yes, some of us are still carrying those very clear symbols of that situation or event. When we reflect on what we've overcome, how we were able to use our skills and abilities to overcome that situation, and what knowledge we gained from overcoming that situation, and the information we gained from doing so, is going to help us to overcome obstacles and challenges that we're going to face in the future. There is great strength from understanding what it is we've overcome and how that information will help us overcome other obstacles, other challenges with greater ease, because we can see the pattern. We can see how our skills and abilities could be used beforehand, because we use our critical thinking that the sword of truth and knowledge helps us with to overcome that obstacle, those challenges, whatever stumbles that we may face in the future. And then on to question 3. What messages are my Lapis Lazuli friends not hearing clearly from the Divine Father? The Queen of Wands. Whereas the Queen of Swords is about knowledge, the Queen of Wands is about that passion, that creativity, and most importantly, owning that creativity, that passion, that sense of self. Whereas this queen shows the scars that she wears very openly about her past experiences. The Queen of Wands owns her passion, owns who she is. We know this because this deck was published in 1910. That was over 110 years ago. This queen is sitting exactly like the men did, with her legs open, like, bring it on. I am in ownership of me. No one crosses my line unless I want them to. That ownership and passion are essential for us to move forward. Yes, the knowledge will help strengthen us, but that passion is going to ignite that connection, that fulfillment, and will help create that abundance because it's going to be exciting. It's going to stir emotions within us that are going to ignite and encourage us forward. The Queen of Wands is in full control of her passions. She allows that creativity to flourish and create abundance in her life. She's in total control of who she is, and she allows that to inspire herself and others to create in their lives as well. Now, obviously, we do have the double queens. In angel messages, when you have that multiple 13, as the queen is the 13th card in the minor arcana, the angels are encouraging you to calm your mind so that you can receive the intuitive messages and ideas. Those intuitive messages are going to be essential in helping you with that knowledge to take yourself forward, how to overcome whatever challenges that await you or will face you. It will also help with that creativity that's going to ignite those passions and help to combine that strength and energy to motivate you and push you forward. So let's go on to the fourth question. How can my Lapis Lazuli friends maintain more stability in their lives? The Lovers. It's the 6th card in the major arcana. That intimate connection that is going to support us forward. So for those individuals who do have their soulmate or a special somebody in their lives, it's going to be helpful for you to really strengthen and reinforce that relationship, ensuring that it is a positive, loving, nurturing relationship where you both receive energy, love, and nurturing from the other, and you give the same back. That balanced relationship is essential. If it is an imbalanced relationship, you're going to find that that stability will wane and crumble. Additionally, we have Archangel Raphael here, encouraging that healing and communication. We need both to sustain a healthy relationship. Now, for my Lapis Lazuli friends who are looking for that special someone for their soulmate, these two queens hold the answer. Yes, we can pray to the divine to bring in opportunities to reach out to our soulmate. However, we have to be cautious with that because those opportunities can be seen as challenges at some point in times. Sometimes those opportunities are very conflictual and can show us at our best or our worst. You have to remember, soulmates are attracted to your energetic signature. So the divine can spike that energetic signature through challenging situations. However, like I go back to these queens, using our knowledge and our skill sets to our advantage and igniting them with our passions will amplify that soul's signature. And that's what's going to attract your soulmate. The more you work on self, the more you're going to attract them into your life. Additionally, the more stable you're going to feel because you're using that critical thinking skills with that passion-based fire pushing you forward. Those two elements will help create stability, which again will attract that soulmate to you. So this is the reading that I created for Father's Day. Now I'm going to scooch these cards up just a little bit because now we're going to gain the guidance from Archangel Sandalphon. Archangel Sandalphon, what wisdom and information can you share with my Lapis Lazuli friends? Education. That knowledge base needs to be nurtured. Yes, we can learn firsthand how to overcome obstacles, how to use our skills and abilities to our advantage. Archangel Sandalphon is encouraging you to broaden those skills, broaden your abilities by adding new ideas and skill sets into your everyday. Learning new aspects helps us to spread our wings further because we have more abilities. We add to our skill set, to our toolbox to help us forward. Dry desert. Archangel Sandalphon is encouraging you to reflect in and dive deep into that knowledge base, into your skill sets, into who you are. There's a lot going on right now, and I don't see an end date in sight. It's going to be a while. This is the time that we need to be most resilient and most creative with how we're going to overcome things, using those two sisters to our advantage so that we can become more flexible and more resilient with what it is we are doing and how it is we're going to overcome this global challenge. And then finally, making a choice. We have the universal right of free will. We get to make our own decisions. That can be good, and well, sometimes can be really bad for us because we make some decisions that are a little bit more colorful than they should be. No matter what decision we make, it's not right or wrong. It's rather, did we follow the guidance of the divine? Or are we taking the scenic route and we're going to have more opportunity to learn? Those quote-unquote wrong turns are opportunities that we can really gain more insight and knowledge from. Now, even if we take a more colorful turn, we are going to be presented further on in our journey more opportunities to align ourselves with that soul's deeper purpose, that journey we signed up for. So never are we at a point where we can't shift our journey, shift our path to bring us more in alignment with what we want to do. We just need to use our skill sets and our passions to push us forward. Now, I want to thank Archangel Sandalphon for joining me today and sharing his amazing insight and guidance with us. And I want to thank you guys so very much for joining me today and watching this video. I hope that you found this video fun and helpful, and you're able to gain some direction and insight into what the Divine Father wanted to share with you for Father's Day. If you enjoyed this video, please remember to give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel for the latest content. There is so much more amazing coming your way, my friends. The best way to stay connected so you don't miss out on any of this fantastic healing and insight is to subscribe to my channel and hit that little red bell so you don't miss a video. Also, if you enjoyed this video and want to support me in making more, I have a Patreon page with many tiers and lots of perks. In some of the tiers, the perks are private readings and healings with myself. I provided a helpful link below, so why not go check it out? Until tomorrow, my Lapis Lazuli friends.